got Doctor Doom hunting 7 key characters in Avengers Doomsday. My prediction is it's going to be Mr. Fantastic, Thor, Falcon, the X-Men, and X-Men counts as a lot, so maybe Loki as well? Don't know. Gotta find out now.
Everybody, welcome to the Cosmic Wonder. We have a new report about Avengers Doomsday, specifically why Doctor Doom is targeting very specific people in the film. We've heard that he's going to go after Steve Rogers because he caused an incursion, and actually new reports about what they're doing on the set right now for Avengers Doomsday point to this being true. But this is just one part of the overall bigger picture for what Doom is trying to do, and it does indeed still seem like Doctor Doom is a hero trying to save the multiverse. Now, we've talked a little bit about this report and concept before, and based on what I read in the comments, it sounds like people like this idea that they're planning to do for Avengers Doomsday, and that is the idea that Doctor Doom is going to go after people in the multiverse who caused incursions, and there are 7 specific characters that we're going to go over in this video. So like I briefly mentioned before, it does seem like Doctor Doom kind of does have the same story that he does in the Time Runs Out comics, the event that leads right into Secret Wars, where Doctor Doom is going throughout the multiverse trying to destroy Molecule Men because they are essentially a multiversal bomb that will kill a universe and all the universes when they go off. So it's kind of the same concept here. Doctor Doom is going throughout the multiverse trying to kill people who have caused incursions so they won't cause any more. And the big report that we've heard about this recently is that he's going to target Steve Rogers because apparently when he went back in time to be with Peggy, that caused an incursion. And I know what some people are saying. In Loki season 1, they explained that the Avengers were meant to go back in time. But keep in mind, at the TVA, time is not linear. The TVA itself exists outside of space and time. So perhaps by the time the TVA was taken down by Loki and Sylvie at the end and the multiverse and all of the branches were allowed to exist, perhaps all of that was done before Steve Rogers himself went back in time and lived with Peggy, or before he did something very specific in that universe to cause an incursion. It really doesn't matter because the biggest thing here is Michael Waldron, who wrote Loki season 1, is helping write Avengers Doomsday. That's confirmed. So whatever reason they decide for this, and there's a lot of ways they could go about it, but for whatever reason they choose, it's going to make sense because they literally have the writer who wrote Loki season 1 helping them out. So that's why we've been hearing that Doom is going to go after Steve, and that is how we get the actual Steve Rogers back. Not a variant, but a young Steve Rogers that is the exact same one from the Earth 616 universe, and I think that's a great idea. But there are others that Doom will seek out, and this report is coming from Daniel RPK, who states that Doctor Doom's purpose is seeking out people who caused incursions. So Steve Rogers is one of them. Monica Rambeau is another, and what's really interesting is that right now she is in the X-Men universe, and we know based on all the information that they've gotten from the set of Avengers Doomsday right now that Doctor Doom goes to the X-Men universe and he attacks the X-Mansion, and he does this using Sentinels. We were wondering why he would go and randomly attack the X-Mansion before, and we've heard some rumors like perhaps he is attacking anchor beings and Professor X could be an anchor being. But if Doctor Doom really is going about trying to save the multiverse, then killing anchor beings would be the opposite of that, because that would mean that universe would be destroyed eventually, which goes against what Doctor Doom would be trying to do. But now it makes sense. He's trying to kill people who are causing incursions, who are literally going about destroying the multiverse. So Doom going to the X-Men universe to get Monica makes a lot of sense. Plus, not to mention, while Monica is there, she is directly causing an incursion. When somebody from one universe is in another, that confuses and destabilizes the universe, like Mr. Fantastic explained before he made a really dumb decision and got spaghettified. So Monica Rambeau is another that Doom is going to go after for very obvious and pretty simple reasons. The next one, which I think is going to play just a huge role in the overall story arc for this movie, is Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange, we know, already caused an incursion. Clea showed up at the end and told him that.
But he's
and
in
Multiverse of Madness, he spent some time in some other universes. Originally, I thought that one chair left for a mysterious Illuminati member in that universe, in the 838 universe, could have been Doom. I originally thought that would be cool because then he would kind of seek revenge for what they did to the Illuminati, but now I really want him to be from the 828 universe, the Fantastic Four's universe, so we can get all the backstory with him and Reed Richards. But regardless, a lot happened in Multiverse of Madness, and Strange caused at least one incursion, and Clea showed up and said that they're gonna fix it. And I have a theory that Clea could be working for Doctor Doom. She might not know it's Doctor Doom, she might think it's Rambeau, the identity that he takes on in the comics when he's trying to save the entire multiverse. But regardless, I think she could be working for him, and she brings him to Doom. From there, Doom says, hey, you've screwed up the multiverse a lot. But Strange wants to fix it. That's why we've gotten another report from Alex Perez at thecosmiccircus.com that states Doctor Strange is going to try and save the multiverse and undo incursions by whatever means necessary. Sure sounds like he's going to team up with Doom to me, and Doom is smart. He probably Strange is on his side. That's a big power character to have with him. Then we have Peter Parker. There's a lot that went down in Spider-Man No Way Home. That was a very big multiversal movie. Another one that Doctor Strange was involved with. And yes, at the end, everything kind of ended up okay, but it really wouldn't be surprising at all to find out that all of those events, all those characters coming from different universes, had effects on our universe. I mean, they were still there from another universe hanging out. That still should destabilize and confuse the universe. Even if they go back, they've already done some damage. So it would make sense that Doctor Doom would seek out Peter Parker.
Spider-Man
Plus, not to mention, at some point in time, we do have to have a scene where Peter Parker meets Victor Von Doom without a mask, and he looks at him and says, Mr. Stark. There has to be some moment where Peter looks at Doom and thinks that he is Tony Stark. Whether he thinks he's a variant or the real deal, it doesn't matter. They have to address that at some point in time in the movie. Otherwise, really, why have Robert Downey Jr. come back to play Doom? Especially after they're paying him what's rumored to be over $200 million for both movies, not just one. But sticking with Spider-Man related characters, Alex Perez from thecosmiccircus.com also recently reported that the Venom symbiote that is in our universe is from a different universe. Therefore, it is contributing to an incursion with our universe, which leads us to the next character, Venom. Specifically the Venom symbiote, but you could also say Eddie Brock, because remember, he was in the 616 universe for a brief moment there. And I personally think that it would be a shame if Tom Hardy's Eddie Brock and Venom didn't at least get a cameo scene in Avengers, Doomsday, or Secret Wars. Now, I think they should have more than just a cameo scene, but they should get at least a cameo scene. And if Doctor Doom really is seeking people who caused incursions or caused the universe to be destabilized, Eddie Brock and Venom would be on his radar. And so would Deadpool, you'd imagine at least. When searching for a different anchor being, he went to a bunch of different universes. Heck, even in the beginning of the film, we saw him go from his universe to the 616 universe, the sacred timeline, and back. He literally auditioned to be an Avenger. He literally went and spoke with Happy. Needless to say, it seems like Deadpool did some damage to the multiverse. He did end up saving his own universe, and he even saved it from its anchor being gone, destroying that universe. He stopped that from happening without the anchor being. On top of that, I do think Deadpool is going to have a very important role to play, especially because he does know a lot about anchor beings, and he could explain that to the other Avengers. But we'll have to wait and see if Doom searches for him. I would think that he would be on Doom's radar, but we'll see. And the last one would be the Scarlet Witch. She definitely did a ton of damage to the multiverse. The only thing is, we're really unsure right now about what the future of the Scarlet Witch is. If Marvel does have plans for her to be in Doomsday and Secret Wars, they are being incredibly quiet with those plans. No leaks have gotten out. There was a report from a new insider, James Mackwell, that said Dr. Doom would actually use Franklin Richards to resurrect the Scarlet Witch. But that is in no way confirmed, and actually what we've heard from a pretty reliable insider, Alex Perez from thecosmiccircus.com, is that they're not going to recast the Scarlet Witch come the soft reboot, meaning Elizabeth Olsen is going to continue to play the Scarlet Witch after Secret Wars, but they haven't heard anything about her role in Doomsday or Secret Wars. Now, again, that could simply mean they're being very secretive with that, and nobody has heard about it, and she is going to be in the movies, or it could mean perhaps she's not. I'd like to hope they're just being really secretive about it.
Alright. We've heard enough. And from what we hear, it looks like it's going to be the best MCU movie in the world. If it's true. Who I really want is Venom, Scarlet Witch, Spider-Man, and Loki. I like a Loki one, yeah. But mainly Spider-Man, Venom. Yeah. That needs to happen. And hopefully it does. In this or Doom or Secret Wars. Hopefully.